Hi everyone, my name is Kenny Chukwuma. I'm a legal practitioner and a managing partner in Ken & Kent Lawyers. Recently, there was a trending video all over social media showing a popular Nigerian pastor brandishing what looked like a GUN and threatening a young man who was videoing his car on the street of Lagos. This video drew wide opinions and criticisms from people, some who felt that as a man of God, that he was promoting violence, while some people felt that with the level of insecurity in Nigeria, it was right for him to adopt a threat of violence in order to deter any perceived criminality or any perceived threat to his life. In this video, I will be looking at the legality of his action, the pastor's action, in line with the laws and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. First of all, I feel the pastor was absolutely wrong for brandishing the object which looked like a firearm. And my view is based on the fact that he wasn't facing any immediate threat of violence or threat to his life or his property from what we could see in the video. From what we could see in the video, the pastor slowed down his car, rolled down his window, and said something to this young man while brandishing something. And we could hear the young man apologize to him before the pastor drove off. For me, if there was an imminent threat to his life, to the pastor's life, he wouldn't stop, he wouldn't slow down, talk less of rolling down his windows, because he was meant to flee from danger rather than come towards danger. So there was absolutely no imminent threat to his life or his property from what we could see in the video, which made him to slow down and also roll down his window. And this sort of behavior is what you call threatening behavior in a public space or in a public place, which is an offense in Nigeria and also in any developed country. He wasn't facing any danger or any threat from the person that he was threatening. It was an innocent person that was doing a video. And from what we could learn, this guy, the young man, is just a social media content creator who goes around taking videos of exotic cars and posting on his social media. There was absolutely nothing. He did not threaten the pastor. He only had his camera with him, which was what he used to video what happened between himself and the pastor. Now, looking at the law, the provisions of the law, Section 41(1) of the Nigerian Constitution guarantees the right to work and engage in any lawful profession, trade, or business, as long as what you're engaging in is lawful. The business or trade or profession that is lawful, the Constitution guarantees your right to do that. And being a content creator, as long as you're not breaching people's privacy or you're not doing things that are illegal, the Constitution, Section 41(1) of the Constitution, guarantees your right to carry on your business. Also, Chapter 2 of the same Constitution outlines the responsibility of the state to promote national prosperity, dynamic economy, ensuring the welfare, freedom, and happiness of every Nigerian citizen. So in this situation, it's clear that the actions of the young man was lawful because he was only carrying out his business as a content creator. Secondly, there's something that I noticed from the video, the trending video, which people are not really saying much about it. And I would like to highlight a bit of it. The issue of this pastor driving a car that did not have a license plate number. From what we could see in the video, he drove that car, and when he drove off, we could see that there was no plate number on the car. And the essence of having a plate number is for proper identification of a car. If a crime is committed with a car, how else would the police determine who the owner of the car is, the particular car that was used for the crime, if not with a plate number? In this case, there was no plate number. So that means if the pastor did not roll down his windows, we might not even know that he was the one behind the steering. So this is something that the Lagos State Transport Ministry or the police or the road safety or VIO, whichever agency needs to look into this and find out why someone will be allowed to be driving a car on the streets of Lagos without plate number. Laws are made for everybody. Nobody is above the law. Nobody should be above the law. So in this situation, if it's an ordinary Nigerian citizen that is driving a car without license plate number, I'm pretty sure that that car will be impounded and they will be expected to, pay a huge fine. So Section 15 and 16 of the Lagos State Transport Reform Law 2018 provides for strict penalties for drivers that are driving without license plate numbers. So I urge the relevant authorities to look into this as well and determine why the pastor will be driving without the plate number. Yesterday, I read on the Nigerian Police Verified X account that the pastor voluntarily presented himself at the Ikeja police station, and also the police confirmed that the object that he was seen to be brandishing isn't a lethal weapon but a stun gun. And I would like to state here that possession of a stun gun in Nigeria is illegal as well. Therefore, the police has a duty to continue with this investigation without fear or favor, so that ordinary citizens will not be living in fear of threats from the rich and powerful when they go about their daily businesses. When rules are made, they are made for rich and the poor, the high and the mighty, and even the lowly. So they need to ensure that whatever that was done, whatever breaches that happened, that the right punishment is meted out. Justice needs to be seen to be done, and not just to be done. People need to see that justice was done in this situation. Now, in conclusion, I would like to say something about the possession of firearms in Nigeria, because all over social media, people have been saying, firearms is not, possession of firearms, ownership of firearms is not allowed in Nigeria, this, that. And the truth of the matter remains that ownership of firearms is not illegal in Nigeria as long as the firearm is licensed by the Inspector General of Police. You must obtain a license from the IG of Police for you to own and possess a firearm in Nigeria. And that's in accordance with the Firearms Act Control Act 2004. There are certain conditions, certain criteria that has to be considered before the license is issued by the IG of police. People of unsound mind cannot get a license for a firearm. So possessing a firearm or ownership of firearm is not illegal in Nigeria, but it must be licensed. So this should clear the impression that people have that you're not meant to possess a firearm. Ownership of firearms in Nigeria is illegal. It is not completely illegal. It's when you don't have a license for your firearms that it becomes illegal. I hope this clarifies that gray area. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for related content. Bye.